Hey everybody, welcome back again to Bourbon and Burns. I'm Chris and got my partner here, Scott. Partner in crime, back to see us again. We got a little something different here for you guys today. Scott, go ahead and explain what's going on today.
All right, so today we're doing a blind. As you can see, I've taken 5 of the bottles from my bar, and I have put 2 ounces into these little bottles, and we're going to see how well Chris does at identifying what possibly could be in the bottles. And I have the list right here, and I have each of the bottles. So after each, if Chris has a good idea what it is, or maybe we're just curious about what it is, we'll pull the bottle out and we'll talk to you guys and each other about what's in there and a little bit about the bottles.
I'm excited to give this a shot. I've done blinds before, but double blinds are pretty tricky, and sometimes you guys will find out that you may like a bottle that you didn't think you would like or haven't liked in the past, and then you go back to it, you try it again, and it might be a very good bottle, or you may still get the same opinion that it's not very good or it's not for me, that type of thing. So I'm totally excited to give this a shot. Whenever you're ready to pour, go ahead.
You want me to pour? How about I pour one for myself while you pour number 1 for yourself?
That'll work for me.
So I am going to tap into this nice bottle of Old Fit 7 that was purchased this morning.
So we're gonna see how good I am at this. I can already tell you it's probably going to be a little difficult for me because I can taste bourbon, but as far as telling you exactly what it is, and this is sample 1 right here. Oh, that's sweet. Ooh. So do I have to guess before, after, or what rules I got here?
How about this? How about you just smell, taste. If you've got a guess, you can give it a guess, but I don't know because you don't have these bottles on your. There's only one of these that you have here, and you haven't cracked it.
Okay. So the biggest note, and I guess kind of what I'll do is I'll give you the biggest note and flavor with the smell that I taste. And I don't know, I'll just name off, say Sazerac, right? We'll say Buffalo Trace. They have 7, 8, 10 different recipes, bottles. If you include the Van Winkle line, they got a whole bunch more. So I will do my best to guess a bottle, but I'm really going to try and at least guess the distillery here.
I guess my question is, do you like it?
I do like it.
Okay.
It is very good. That's another thing that I will let you guys know. All right, so I'm going to guess that is a Jim Beam product, and I'm getting a nuttiness, and I'm thinking that it might be Old Grandad 114. So I was wrong on the first one. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, RD1. Okay. So this is one that I have not tried before. We have had the Amberana batch, and that is not exactly what I expected at all. So I am pleasantly surprised there because that is a brand new bottle that I haven't tried before. And that's good stuff, man.
It is.
That is really good stuff.
I was very, very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. So this RD1 here, just to let you guys know, it's aged 4+ years. It's 98 proof. And they're out of Lexington, and it's bottled by RD1 Spirits So it could be a little bit of a mixture, maybe a Bardstown product or something like that. It could be sourced, but as you saw on the previous video we did, if it's good, it's good, right? And so that may lead back to some of your, having some preconceived notions, but that's a good bottle, very good bottle. All right, sample number 2 here. So let me ask you, you think I get any of them right?
No.
I don't either. Okay. Sample number 2 here. So out of these 5, Scott, have you tried all of them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you've tried all of them. Which one would you say is your favorite, or do you have a favorite, or does it really, is it one of those depending on the night type of thing?
Right. Depends on my mood. I do have a favorite, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because that might give it away. Because I think you know what my go-to is.
Okay, I do believe.
And you guessed it already.
Yeah. So Scott's a huge fan of the OGD 114, and I'm glad that he had a bottle of it one night. We were over at his place and cracked open to it, because it's probably not a bottle I would have bought myself. But as he mentioned, I do have one back on the bar here, because I said I need a bottle of that. But it's a very good bottle.
Well, now I've given it away, so hopefully you correctly guess which one this is.
Wow. That's good. It has more of a oak flavor in it. Nothing, I don't think it's remotely close to that RD1. Holy smokes. I have no clue. I don't even think I can guess a distillery. Maybe a Bardstown product, but
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's check it out. Horse Soldier. Okay. Let's so this one here is 87 proof. Okay, so I did get that right. It is a little lower proof. I was right about that. Straight bourbon whiskey, non-chill filtered. And if you guys have a chance to get yourself a bottle of the Horse Soldier, I believe
there's a great story behind that bottle as well, Matt.
Go ahead.
Just about during the war and the mounted soldiers, but it's pretty neat. It tells you all on the back. I don't really remember the whole thing.
So I believe it was at the beginning of the war. I believe this is a veteran-owned company. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But they do not produce and distill their own. Last I checked, I want to say it was Green River, which Green River does do a lot of contract distilling, and they have good stuff. Their weeded is an absolute banger for $35. But yeah, so it was a group of guys that started the company that were part of the horse soldiers in the war, where they would ride through the mountains to get in
Green Berets
behind enemy lines, and then essentially cause some ruckus to help out our troops.
Yeah, go ahead. Green Berets in Afghanistan on horseback. Oh, so there's a movie about them.
Yes. 13 hours or
13 soldiers.
13 soldiers, maybe something like that.
So yeah, neat.
Yeah, let us if you've watched the movie, let us know down in the comments. If you guys have watched it and what you thought of it. But that's a really good one too.
I was super pleasantly surprised with that one.
I didn't even know you had that bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So that was I'd have never guessed that. So that's a good one. Sample 3. Let's give it a shot here. So as I'm pouring this, Scott, have you ever done many blinds? Is it something that you've kind of got into at all?
I haven't. The only like sampling I've done is, just at your place or mine, pretty much.
Okay.
But it would be neat to be able to do that. I don't know nearly as much as you do, which is why I'm hanging out with you, trying to absorb some of this knowledge.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of fun, and part of this channel is, like he just said, right, hanging out with other people that have the similar interests and bourbon and cigars with Scott and I. Just this morning, we went to breakfast. We were going out to get a bottle. We ended up with a Old Fitzgerald, the 7-year bottled and bond, and a Joseph Magnus cigar blend, which we'll put a review in, since both of us are very good, since both of us really enjoy cigars, and this RD1 here goes very good with a cigar as well. So it really brings out a lot of the flavors. You'll probably see that coming in a video here pretty soon too. Okay.
This is the one I've been waiting for you to try. I have not tried this one yet.
Well, here, dig in.
I got to finish Horse Soldier.
This smells really fruity. There's a lot of fruit in this.
Does it taste fruity?
It does.
You're right.
Kind of has a Four Roses jam to it.
This is a neck pour.
Neck pour, okay. So Scott said to me the other day, "Hey, I got another bottle for you to try." I'm like, "Awesome. What is it?" And he's like, "I'm not going to tell you." Okay, that works. So he's like, "But we'll do a blind and I'll let you try it then," which is awesome. And I'm getting a lot of floral notes, and there's a lot of fruit. Like, to me, there's only 2 distilleries to me that I know of that are that fruity, and it's Four Roses and Old Forester, or a Brown Foreman.
This is unique. It's not. It's got a little hug to it too.
Yeah. If I had to guess, it's probably between 110 and 120 proof. But it also smells a little bit like that Penelope cask strength that we tried the one night.
I don't think it's as sweet and fruity as the Penelope, in my opinion.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's a Four Roses product, but I really have no idea.
It's not.
Wrong again. Oh, okay. So this George Dickel Barrel Select, is this 86 proof? Okay. So George Dickel is some Tennessee whiskey. A lot of people talk about the minerality in it, and that's where all that fruit's coming from. So that's the first time I'd knowingly drank a Dickel that, a lot of people don't like that flavor we're getting, right? because of whatever process they do down in Tennessee that's a little bit different than Kentucky or some other distillers. But that, I mean, I would say though it does drink a little hotter than that 86 proof.
Yeah, surprising.
And maybe that's the neck pour, but it's good.
It is good.
It is a good. I mean, you guys can decide whether you think Tennessee is bourbon or not. A lot of people say that it is not. It is only, Kentucky and that type of thing. We won't get into that today, but that's for another day, I guess, a discussion. But I'm shocked. I'm shocked, but I do get that fruitiness and everything that comes out of the Dickel. Definitely.
Well, you put it in a nice comparison to Four Roses, which that's I would say quite a good compliment.
Absolutely. And for some of you out there that like older aged whiskey and different things, Dickel has a lot of it out there. They've been in the business a really long time. Them and Jack Daniels are, on the forefront there down in Tennessee, and they have a lot of product out there. It's, I believe I have a 15-year.
Yeah, look at that.
So I got a 15-year here.
Dark that is.
This was one from Ohio. One of their OHLQ things, and what they say. So this actually is 2006, and I got it last year. So they call it a 15-year, but it was barreled in 2006. So there's some 18, 19-year whiskey in here. So yeah, that's the other thing on the age statements, folks, is that, even though it says like the RD1 4+, there could be some 8-year in there. You just don't really know. Yeah, that's a good one, Scott. Nice pick. Good find there, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, on to number 4. So is this a neck pour as well, or you've had this one before?
It's not a neck pour.
Okay. I will slide that over to you. It smells good, doesn't it? So, by that smirk, I probably know what this is, but it is truly amazing. I almost wonder. My guess is the OGD 114.
Yeah, it is.
So back to that RD1, which the OGD 114 is really good. I mean, if you like a little bit lower cost bottle that has great flavor, is a bourbon that you can pick out specific notes with, because it is well enough distilled and well enough barreled and aged that you get everything from the front to the back.
It is so full bodied.
Yep.
It blew me away, which is why I love it. And for a $32 price point, man, it's a great drink.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm a big fan of Maker's Mark. As you guys have seen, I like a lot of wheated bourbons. I like a lot of bourbons, but wheated is probably my go-to. But I'm also a huge Knob Creek fan, and that's Old Granddad is a Jim Beam. My grandfather always drank Old Granddad, and that RD1, I'm picking up some similar notes to it, because I almost wonder if there's some Beam in there, or maybe a Heaven Hill, or something that uses because I get that nuttiness similar to the Henry McKenna 10-year that I get a little bit of that nuttiness from. I'm not as big a fan of it. He loved the bottle I had. But honestly, I would say this Old Granddad 114 is better than that Henry McKenna. And I know a lot of you are probably going to slam me out there for it, but that's just my opinion. And maybe it's a proof thing. Maybe you just get a little more flavor because it's a higher proof. And the Henry McKenna for a long time was harder to get, and it's almost double the price. So, yeah.
I love Henry McKenna, but I love that more.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to think that you're coming up on the last one. We're almost done with this video.
Almost. Not yet. So
I might throw you a little curveball here. Let's see what happens.
On this one, or did you bring a hind?
No, on this one.
Okay.
We'll see. Let's see if you can guess.
So before you said that, I looked at it and I thought to myself, maybe it's just me, but it looks a little bit lighter.
Well, it was sitting next to the 114, which is the darkest of these four.
There you are, Scott.
Thank you.
Okay. This is a Scotch. This here.
Dang.
Okay.
Good nose, though.
Yeah. And for those of you that drink bourbon, whiskey, Scotch, tequila, rum, whatever it is, you can kind of start to pick things out. But you definitely get the peatiness. Now, Scott's a Scotch drinker. Probably why he's named Scott. They just needed to add a CH on the end, sort of type of thing. I in a million years I would have never guessed. The only big thing I maybe would have said is Johnny Walker, right? Or maybe something like that. But it's definitely
you've tasted some good Scotch at my house, some higher dollar bottles. This is a very wallet-friendly bottle that I have found that I enjoy just as much as some of those higher dollar Scotches. So I wanted to share it with you and see if maybe this kind of hit your palate a little bit.
So I would say you had me try one the one night we got together. Lafrogue, okay? And that was extremely peaty to me, right? And then we tried another one, and as probably it's similar to bourbon, you start to acquire the taste, any type of beer or anything like that. It's good and it's very flavorful, but I think this one is probably more along my wheelhouse. I don't get the peatiness. I smell it instantly and everything, but it is a smooth compared to, some of the other ones that, but if you're a real heavy Scotch drinker and you like it just to suck every little ounce of moisture out of your mouth or something, that's how I clarify it, right?
Yep.
This is not, to me, this is not that.
And right? I like the dryness. I've said that before in the bourbons that we tried. When I get that one that's dry, I'm like, oh, I really like this end, the dryness. Yeah, you're right. This doesn't have it as some of the other bottles, but boy, I love the sweetness. I love the flavor profile. I get a little bit earthy in there, but not like the Lafrogues or the Ardbegs or any of those Isles of Islay, the really strong peaty type of Scotches. I'm really digging this, and I'm super happy that I found it, and it was only $32.
Yeah, as far as Scotch goes, that's probably, with this whole lineup, what we would call a banger, right? A bang for your buck, and something that As you can see, we got a lot of different bottles here on the bar. I'm sure a lot of you guys at home have a bunch, but sometimes more expensive is not better. And that's the one reason that Scott and I wanted to do a blind today, because sometimes you think that bottle that is super hard to get is going to be your best, most favorite bottle. And sometimes that's a letdown. Work on a blind yourself. Have maybe your children or your wife, your husband, your significant other, set up a blind for you. Hey, phone a friend, right? Have a friend set up a blind for you, because I guarantee you, unless you are an expert, you will be shocked and you will be surprised. And like that old Granddad 114, whenever he had me try it, you'll find something that absolutely shocked you and is a great budget bourbon, to where it could be an everyday drinker, but it hits way above its weight, right? And I think that's sometimes in 2,000, 3,000 bottles that are out there, that's kind of what you want, is something that every time you sit down and drink it, the consistency's there. It's going to be a great bottle, and you don't have to worry about it. Is this good? Is this not good? So I appreciate you guys watching today. Scott, thanks for coming back. As always, please do me a favor, like and subscribe, and let us know down in the comments, your thoughts on the blind, or anything that you may have been blinded and tried that was an absolute banger for you guys. Again, Scott, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day, and hope to see you out there on the Bourbon Trail.
Peace.